You see, life is a journey, not a straight path, not a smooth highway, but a winding, unpredictable road. Along that road, you'll find crowds. People will cheer for you, some will doubt you, and others, they'll try to steer you off course. But listen closely. Not everyone who walks beside you walks for you. That's why sometimes you've got to walk alone. Walk alone like a lone wolf. Not because you're bitter, not because you're angry, but because you know your purpose is yours to carry. A lone wolf doesn't roam aimlessly. It moves with intention, with focus, with fire. It doesn't need a pack to... Solitude is not loneliness. It is a sanctuary, a sacred space where one reconnects with their essence. In a world overflowing with noise, distractions, and endless demands for attention, solitude is a gift that too many overlook. It is in these quiet moments, away from the crowd, that we truly meet ourselves. The power of solitude lies not in isolation, but in the clarity it offers. A clarity that allows us to see beyond the surface and into the depths of our own being. When we step away from the chaos, we remove the filters imposed by society. The opinions of others, the expectations they place upon us, the labels they assign, all of it fades into the background. In solitude, we no longer perform, we simply are. This is where authenticity flourishes. Without the need to impress, to conform, or to seek validation, we can listen to the whisper of our inner voice, the one that often gets drowned out by the noise of the world. Solitude is where creativity is born. Some of the greatest minds in history, artists, writers, inventors, found their genius not in the company of others, but in moments of quiet reflection. It is in solitude that the mind is free to wander, to dream, to connect dots that seemed unrelated. When you are alone, your thoughts become your canvas, and your imagination holds the brush. Without distraction, ideas flow naturally, uninhibited by the constraints of external judgment. But solitude is not always comfortable. It demands that we face ourselves without pretense, and that can be daunting. When we are alone, there is no one to distract us from our fears, our flaws, or our doubts. Yet this is where the true power of solitude reveals itself. By confronting these parts of ourselves, we grow. We learn to sit with discomfort, to accept our imperfections, and to embrace the person staring back at us in the mirror. Solitude teaches us self-reliance, self-compassion, and self-acceptance. In solitude, we also discover our resilience, the ability to stand alone, to trust in our own judgment, and to move forward without a crowd cheering us on is a strength that few possess. Society often conditions us to believe that we are only as valuable as the company we keep, the approval we receive, or the accolades we collect. But solitude reminds us that our worth is inherent. It is not tied to external validation, but to the quiet confidence that comes from knowing who we are. The beauty of solitude lies in its ability to center us. In the silence, we can reflect on our choices, our actions, and our goals. We can ask ourselves the important questions. Are we living authentically? Are we pursuing what truly matters? Are we being true to ourselves? These moments of introspection are vital for personal growth. Without them, we risk losing ourselves in the endless rush of life, drifting further from the path that was meant for us. Solitude also strengthens our relationships, not by creating distance, but by fostering a deeper connection with ourselves. When we take the time to understand our own needs, desires, and emotions, we become better equipped to connect with others authentically. Solitude allows us to give from a place of wholeness, rather than seeking to fill our voids through others. It teaches us that relationships are not about dependency, but about sharing our fullness with another. There is a misconception that solitude is a sign of weakness or loneliness. On the contrary, it is a mark of strength. To walk alone requires courage. To face ourselves, to embrace the silence, and to thrive in it takes bravery. In solitude, we realize that we are enough. not because of what we do or who we're with, but simply because we exist. The world often tells us to fear solitude, to equate it with being forgotten or left behind. But solitude is not a punishment, it is a privilege. It is in these quiet moments that we recharge, recalibrate, and rediscover the fire within us. It is where we find clarity in our purpose and the strength to pursue it, no matter how many or how few walk beside us. In solitude, we come to understand that we are our own greatest ally. The power of solitude is not just in what it gives us, but in what it reveals. That everything we need to succeed, to create, to thrive is already within us. We simply need the space to uncover it. So, embrace solitude not as a void, but as a powerful, transformative space. Let it be where you reconnect with your essence, where you dream, where you grow, and where you find the strength to walk forward, boldly and authentically, into the life you were meant to lead. Purposeful movement is not about speed or constant activity, it's about intentionality. It's the art of moving through life with clarity, focus, and determination, understanding that every step has meaning. In a world where distractions are endless and the pressure to act quickly often overshadows the need to act wisely, purposeful movement becomes a powerful antidote. It's not about doing more, but doing what truly matters, aligning our actions with our values and our vision. At its core, purposeful movement begins with knowing why you're moving. It requires taking a step back to ask, what am I striving for? Without a clear purpose, even the busiest life can feel hollow. People often confuse motion with progress, believing that constant activity equates to success. But running in circles, no matter how fast, will never take you closer to your destination. Purposeful movement is about direction, not pace. It's about ensuring that every action, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Living with purposeful movement demands a deep connection to your values and priorities. It means resisting the urge to follow the crowd simply because it feels safe or popular. Instead, it challenges you to forge your own path, even when it's uncharted and uncertain. This kind of movement requires courage. The courage to say no to distractions, to ignore the noise of others' expectations, and to focus solely on what aligns with your mission. In purposeful movement, there is no room for aimlessness. Each step, no matter how seemingly insignificant, serves a purpose. Even rest becomes intentional, a moment to recharge and recalibrate so that when you move again, you do so with renewed energy and clarity. Purposeful movement teaches us that pauses are not failures. They are part of the rhythm of a meaningful journey. Without them, we risk burnout, losing sight of why we started in the first place. The beauty of purposeful movement is that it doesn't require grand gestures or immediate results. Progress, when purposeful, can be slow and steady. It values quality over quantity, substance over superficiality. It's about planting seeds today that may not bear fruit for months or even years, trusting that the effort is worth it because it's aligned with your greater vision. Purposeful movement also teaches patience. In a society that often glorifies instant gratification, moving with intention reminds us that meaningful achievements take time. It's about embracing the process, not just the outcome. The journey becomes as important as the destination because every step is deliberate, every choice meaningful. It's through this process that we build resilience, learn valuable lessons, and grow into the person capable of achieving the vision we hold. One of the most empowering aspects of purposeful movement is the sense of control it brings. When you move with intention, you're no longer at the mercy of external forces. You're not reacting to life, you're creating it. This doesn't mean you can control every circumstance, but it does mean you can control how you respond. Purposeful movement gives you the power to steer your own ship, even in stormy seas. Purposeful movement isn't about perfection. It acknowledges that mistakes will happen and detours are inevitable. But instead of viewing these moments as failures, it reframes them as opportunities to learn and adapt. Purposeful movement doesn't demand that every step be flawless. It only asks that every step be thoughtful. Even when you stumble, you can do so with intention, using the experience to recalibrate and move forward more wisely. This way of living also cultivates a deep sense of fulfillment. When your actions align with your values and goals, even the smallest achievements feel meaningful. Purposeful movement transforms ordinary tasks into expressions of your deeper mission. It shifts the focus from external validation to internal satisfaction, reminding you that success isn't about what others think. It's about knowing you're living in alignment with your truth. In a world that often equates busyness with worth, purposeful movement is a radical act of self-awareness and discipline. It's the refusal to be swept away by the tides of urgency and distraction, choosing instead to chart your own course. It's about understanding that your life is yours to shape, one deliberate step at a time. Purposeful movement is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's about endurance, consistency, and staying true to your vision even when the path is difficult. It's about trusting that the effort you invest today will lead to a future you can be proud of. Strength and independence is one of the most empowering qualities a person can possess. It is the ability to stand alone, to rely on yourself, and to move forward without depending on others for validation or support. Independence is not isolation. It is a deep-rooted confidence in your own abilities, your choices, and your worth. When you are independent, you take ownership of your life. You don't wait for someone else to solve your problems or pave your path. Instead, you become the architect of your own destiny. This doesn't mean you won't encounter challenges. Life is full of obstacles. But it means you face them head on, knowing that you have the resilience to overcome them. Independence teaches you that you are capable of adapting, problem solving, and thriving, no matter the circumstances. Independence also fosters self-reliance, a quality that builds trust in yourself. When you consistently take responsibility for your decisions and their outcomes, you develop a sense of control over your life. This control is not about avoiding uncertainty, but about embracing it with confidence. Knowing that you can navigate the unknown on your own terms gives you the courage to take risks, pursue your goals, and stand firm in your beliefs. At the heart of independence lies the ability to be content with your own company. Many people fear being alone because they equate it with loneliness. But true independence reframes solitude as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. It allows you to explore your thoughts, values, and desires without the influence of others. In doing so, you gain a deeper understanding of who you are and what truly matters to you. This clarity is a powerful guide in making decisions and living authentically. Strength and independence also means setting boundaries and protecting your energy. It's about recognizing that not everyone's opinion needs to shape your choices, and that not every relationship is beneficial. Independence gives you the confidence to say no to what doesn't serve you and yes to what aligns with your values. It empowers you to prioritize your well-being and to pursue a life that reflects your vision, not someone else's expectations. However, independence is not about rejecting help or connections. It's about knowing that you don't need others to define you or complete you. When you approach relationships from a place of independence, you bring your whole self to the table. You're not seeking someone to fill a void or fix you. You're seeking a partnership or collaboration that complements your already strong foundation. This dynamic creates healthier, more balanced relationships built on mutual respect and authenticity. Independence requires strength because it often means going against the grain. Society frequently rewards conformity and discourages deviation from the norm. Choosing to live independently, to think for yourself, to follow your own path can be met with resistance or misunderstanding. But true independence is not about pleasing others. It's about staying true to yourself. It's about having the courage to pursue your goals, even when no one else sees the vision or understands your journey. This strength also manifests in resilience. When you are independent, setbacks don't define you. You might stumble, but you don't stay down because you built the internal resources to get back up. You've learned to rely on your own determination and ingenuity to find solutions and move forward. Independence teaches you that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone on the path to success. Independence also cultivates a sense of pride and fulfillment. Accomplishments achieved through your own effort carry a unique satisfaction. They remind you of your capabilities and reinforce your belief in yourself. Whether it's achieving a personal goal, overcoming a challenge, or simply navigating daily life with confidence, every success becomes a testament to your strength. Finally, independence is freedom. It's the freedom to make your own choices, to live life on your terms, and to follow your passions without compromise. It's the ability to create a life that reflects your values, your vision, and your dreams. This freedom is not without its challenges, but it is deeply rewarding. It allows you to live authentically, unapologetically, and with a sense of purpose that is uniquely your own. Strength and independence is not about rejecting the world or isolating yourself. It's about embracing your power, your potential, and your individuality. It's about standing tall even when you stand alone, and knowing that you are enough. Independence is not just a skill, it's a mindset, a way of life, and a testament to your inner strength. It's about trusting yourself to navigate life's challenges and opportunities with confidence. Resilience through challenges is the ability to face adversity head-on, adapt to setbacks, and emerge stronger on the other side. It's not about avoiding difficulty or pretending that life is easy. Rather, it's about enduring the storm with determination and finding the strength to keep moving forward no matter how tough the journey becomes. Resilience is not an innate quality. It's something that is cultivated through experience, self-reflection, and an unshakable belief in your ability to overcome. Life is full of challenges. Some we see coming, and others catch us off guard. In these moments, resilience becomes the key to survival and growth. When challenges arise, they test our patience, our courage, and our resolve. Resilience doesn't mean you don't feel pain, frustration, or fear. It means you acknowledge those feelings, but you don't let them define you. Instead, you use them as fuel to keep pushing forward. One of the most profound aspects of resilience is its ability to transform adversity into opportunity. Challenges often force us to step out of our comfort zones, confront our weaknesses, and develop new strengths. They push us to think creatively, to adapt, and to find solutions we never considered before. Resilience teaches us that even in our darkest moments, there is room for growth and learning. It helps us reframe failures as stepping stones rather than barriers. Resilience is not about avoiding struggle. It's about embracing it as part of the journey. Challenges have a way of stripping away the superficial and revealing what truly matters. They force us to focus on our values, our goals, and our inner strength. In the process, we learn what we're truly capable of. Every time we face a challenge and rise above it, we build confidence in our ability to handle the next one. Resilience is a muscle that grows stronger with use. At the heart of resilience is a sense of purpose. When you have a clear vision of what you're working toward, it becomes easier to navigate difficulties. Purpose gives you something to hold on to when everything else feels uncertain. It reminds you why you started, why you're fighting, and what's waiting for you on the other side of the struggle. Resilience is deeply tied to this sense of purpose. It's the bridge that connects where you are to where you want to be. Resilience also requires self-awareness. To bounce back from challenges, you need to understand your own emotions, strengths, and limitations. This means allowing yourself to feel disappointment, frustration, or even despair, but not letting those emotions take over. It's about finding balance, acknowledging the pain while maintaining hope. Resilience is not denial. It's the ability to process emotions and then channel them into action. Another critical component of resilience is adaptability. Challenges often force us to change course, to reevaluate our plans, and to think on our feet. Resilience is about being flexible in the face of uncertainty. It's about understanding that setbacks don't mean failure, they mean adjustment. The path to success is rarely linear, and resilience helps us navigate the twists and turns with grace. Resilience is also about community. While it's often framed as an individual quality, it's important to recognize the role of support systems in building resilience. Friends, family, mentors, and colleagues can provide encouragement, perspective, and a listening ear when times get tough. Resilience doesn't mean you have to go it alone. It means knowing when to lean on others and when to stand on your own. Building resilience takes practice. It's about cultivating habits that strengthen your mental and emotional well-being. This includes developing a positive mindset, focusing on solutions rather than problems, and practicing gratitude for what you have rather than dwelling on what you've lost. It also means taking care of your physical health, as the connection between body and mind is undeniable. A strong, healthy body supports a strong, resilient spirit. Ultimately, resilience through challenges is about trust. Trust in yourself, in the process, and in the idea that challenges are temporary. It's about understanding that every storm passes and that you have the strength to weather it. Resilience teaches us that we are not defined by the difficulties we face, but by how we respond to them. It reminds us that setbacks are part of life, but that they don't have to derail our journey. Resilience is what keeps us going when the road is long, the climb is steep, and the finish line feels out of reach. It's the voice inside that says you can do this, even when everything else seems to say otherwise. And with each challenge we overcome, we prove to ourselves that we are stronger than we ever thought possible. Resilience is the quiet, steady power that drives us forward, helping us not just survive, but thrive in the face of adversity. The journey is personal, and no two paths are alike. It is shaped by our individual experiences, dreams, and the choices we make along the way. In a world that constantly tries to impose its expectations, standards, and ideals upon us, it is easy to forget that the most important journey we embark on is the one within. The journey toward understanding ourselves, realizing our potential, and becoming the person we were always meant to be is unique to each of us. It cannot be measured by external milestones or compared to anyone else's progress because it is deeply rooted in our own sense of purpose and meaning. When you recognize that the journey is personal, you begin to accept that there will be moments of uncertainty, detours, and challenges that no one else will fully understand. These moments are not setbacks, they are part of the process. Each of us faces a different set of circumstances, and each of us will respond to them in our own way. The path that others walk may seem easier or more glamorous, but it's important to remember that the journey they're on is not the same as yours. Their struggles and triumphs belong to them, just as yours belong to you. The personal nature of the journey means that there will be times when you feel alone or isolated, and that's okay. It is in these solitary moments that you often find your greatest clarity and strength. Walking your own path doesn't mean you'll always have the support or understanding of others, but it does mean that you have the freedom to forge ahead without the pressure of fitting into a predefined mold. It is in those quiet moments, when the world is silent, that you can hear your inner voice, guiding you toward your truth. Personal growth doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't always happen in a straight line. The key is to remember that the journey is ongoing, and every step, whether forward or backward, contributes to the person you are becoming. One of the most important aspects of a personal journey is the ability to make choices that are true to who you are. Life is full of decisions, and each one shapes the direction of your path. In a society that often values conformity, making choices that align with your own values can be difficult. But when you understand that your journey is personal, you gain the courage to make decisions that honor your authentic self. This may mean walking away from things or people that no longer serve you, even if it's hard. It may mean saying yes to opportunities that others might not understand, but that resonate with your heart. It is in these moments of bold decision-making that you move closer to your true purpose. The journey is also personal because it is built on your unique experiences. No one else has lived your life or seen the world through your eyes. Every challenge you faced, every triumph you've celebrated, every lesson you've learned contributes to the story that only you can tell. While others may offer advice or share their wisdom, ultimately, you are the only one who knows what feels right for you. The key is to trust your instincts and listen to the lessons life is teaching you. When you embrace the idea that the journey is personal, you also learn to let go of the need for external validation. We live in a world that constantly measures success based on external markers, money, status, approval from others. But the most meaningful achievements are often the ones that cannot be seen. The quiet confidence you build, the self-awareness you gain, the inner peace you cultivate, these are the real measures of success on your journey. This personal journey also teaches you to be patient with yourself. It's easy to look at others and feel as though they're ahead, but comparing yourself to someone else's path is a disservice to your own growth. The journey is not about racing toward a finish line. It's about being present in each moment, appreciating the process, and trusting that the right things will unfold at the right time. A personal journey isn't just about success, it's also about learning from failures. In fact, failures are often the greatest teachers. They force us to confront our limitations, rethink our strategies, and build resilience. The setbacks we face along the way aren't there to stop us. They're there to show us that we are capable of bouncing back, learning, and growing stronger. Embracing failure as part of your personal journey allows you to move forward with a deeper sense of confidence. Ultimately, the journey is personal because it is yours and yours alone. No one else can walk it for you, and no one else can define it for you. The path may be difficult, it may be unclear, and it may be filled with obstacles, but it is yours to navigate. Each step, each choice, and each lesson is yours to learn and to own. And when you arrive at the place you've been striving toward, it won't be because you followed someone else's path, but because you trusted yourself enough to create your own. The journey is personal, and that is its greatest gift. A declaration of existence is more than just the acknowledgement of being alive. It is a bold affirmation of one's presence in the world. It is the act of declaring that you are here, that you matter, and that you have a purpose. In a world that often seeks to define people by external labels, this declaration is an act of self-empowerment, a conscious decision to live authentically and to stand tall in your truth, regardless of the circumstances or the opinions of others. It is a proclamation that you are not simply existing, but that you are actively choosing to make your mark, to impact the world in your own unique way. At its core, a declaration of existence is rooted in self-awarenesses. It begins with understanding who you are, what you stand for, and what you want to contribute to the world. Far too often, people move through life as though they are merely passengers, letting circumstances dictate their actions and choices. But the declaration of existence is about taking control of your narrative, shaping your own path, and actively choosing how you want to show up in the world. It's about recognizing that you have the power to define your life, not by the standards imposed by others, but by your own values and desires. This declaration is also about embracing your individuality. In a world where conformity often seems like the easiest path, standing firm in your unique identity takes courage. It's easy to slip into the background and try to blend in with the crowd. But a declaration of existence requires you to step forward, to be unapologetically yourself, and to own your story. It's about understanding that your experiences, your thoughts, your passions, and your dreams are valid and worthy of recognition. You have the right to live life on your own terms, and by making this declaration, you are choosing to honor that truth. Making a declaration of existence also means rejecting the fear that holds you back. Fear often manifests as self-doubt, insecurity, and hesitation, all of which can prevent us from stepping into our full potential. But when you declare your existence, you are choosing to face that fear head-on acknowledging it without allowing it to control you. It's about finding the courage to rise above the fears of rejection, failure, or judgment, and to boldly pursue your own path. This declaration requires a level of self-consequence that comes from deep within, the belief that you are worthy of being seen, heard, and valued just as you are. A declaration of existence is also about embracing the idea that your life has inherent value regardless of your achievements, status, or material possessions. Society often tells us that our worth is tied to external markers of success, such as wealth, fame, or recognition. But true self-worth comes from within, and the declaration of existence reminds us that we are valuable simply because we are alive. It is a reminder that our worth is not contingent upon meeting anyone else's expectations, but that we are deserving of respect, dignity, and love simply because we exist. Furthermore, the declaration of existence is an act of resilience. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. There will be times when the world seems to be working against you, when you question your purpose, or when the weight of life's difficulties feels too much to bear. But making a declaration of existence is a way of asserting that no matter what obstacles may come your way, you will not be defeated. You will not allow your circumstances to define your worth. You will continue to rise, to push forward, and to declare your presence in the face of adversity. This resilience is what allows you to transform challenges into opportunities, to turn pain into growth, and to embrace change as an essential part of the journey. A declaration of existence is also a call to action. It's not enough to simply acknowledge that you exist. It's about living with intention. It's about actively engaging with the world, creating impact, and making a difference in your own way. Every person has the power to contribute to the world around them, whether through acts of kindness, creativity, leadership, or simply by living authentically. The declaration of existence challenges you to show up fully, to pursue your passions, and to share your unique gifts with the world. It's about making sure that your time here is not spent merely existing, but is used to create something meaningful. Ultimately, a declaration of existence is a reminder of the power and beauty of life itself. In a world that often values productivity and success over the act of simply being, it's easy to forget that our existence is enough. We don't need to prove our worth or measure our success by anyone else's standards. The mere fact that we are here, that we are alive, is a reason to celebrate. Making this declaration is about claiming your space in the world, refusing to be invisible, and embracing the truth that your life, in all its imperfection and complexity, is worth living and sharing. A declaration of existence is a courageous act of self-affirmation, a bold statement that says, "I am here and I matter." It's about recognizing your inherent value, embracing your uniqueness, and facing life's challenges with resilience and determination. It is the ultimate act of self-love, reminding you that you have the power to shape your own destiny and make your life count, not just for yourself, but for the world around you. Your existence is a gift, and by declaring it, you step into your full power, ready to live authentically and purposefully.